Hey folks, this is Brian. Recording a little video commentary about what has been transpiring here in LA as far in regards to the LA Dodgers. Now, if, in case you haven't heard, um, Major League Baseball is finally able to convince Frank McCourt, the crook who bought the Dodgers and who want to bring the team in the ground, to by spending money more on his personal lifestyle and on his on a team. That's a different story for a different day. Anyway, they convinced him to sell the team to put the team up for sale, put through the bankruptcy court. Um, and there are about 3 or 4 ownership groups as well as a couple individuals who are, in fact, we're going to talk about some of these groups as well as the individual who I would love to see own a team, as well as the individual who I would never want to come close to the Dodgers. The first group is led by Orel Hershiser and Steve Garvey. Steve Garvey probably is best remembered as part of the greatest battery and infield battery in Dodger history. Garvey loves to wrestle and say, and he should be in the Hall of Fame, but it's a different story for a different time. He and Orel Hershiser, of course, former Cy Young winner, World Series MVP. He and Garvey are currently in the market, want to buy the team, and are currently in discussion. Are we're seen as the front runners to buy the team, but unfortunately, due to the asking price, which is $1 billion, not million, $1 billion, they are probably the least likely to buy a team right now. Um, a second ownership group is one by former owner Peter O'Malley. Peter O'Malley, probably you know the son of the man who brought the Dodgers to Los Angeles back in 1957, Walter O'Malley. Um, he would love to buy the team back. In fact, he probably should have never sold the team, but he was looking at capital to buy a new to finance a football stadium here in LA and probably buy a football team to move it up to Dodger Stadium. But unfortunately, he realized that he didn't have the money, so he sold the Dodgers. He sold the Dodgers to Fox, which of course was the beginning of the downward spiral for the team. But again, O'Malley and his group probably won't be able to buy a team because of the asking price. Another group is another person with Dodger tie is led by another person with Dodger ties, and that's Fred Claire. Claire is best remembered for being the person who took over from Al Campanis after Campanas's unfortunate misstep on 2020. On 2020, on Nightline, excuse me. Campanis, Claire, he wants to buy a team, but again, he's being scared off by the asking price. Of course, Claire would know, how to run a team because he ran the Dodgers. And then, there's also, maybe I guess one of the other rumors is the possibility that AEG, Phil Anschutz, led by Phil Anschutz, of course, the Anschutz Entertainment Group, could buy the Dodgers. Maybe, but AEG is so wound up with the downtown stadium project, with the Farmers Field project, that they wouldn't have time to buy the Dodgers. They wouldn't have time to even be interested in the Dodgers. Um, and I don't think they would really want to buy the Dodgers. But there are two individuals whose names have popped up as possible owners of the Dodgers, and one I love to see, and the other one I would, let's get him out of here. The first person, of course, is Mark Cuban. Cuban for years has wanted to buy a baseball team. He tried to buy the Cubs a few years back. He tried to buy into Texas Rangers, but Major League Baseball does not want him for some reason. They think he'll jack up the prices. Um, Hello, the Dodgers are one of the crown jewel teams in Major League Baseball. Um, and they already have a team that's jacking price. Two teams are jacking the price in Major League Baseball. One is the New York Yankees. I think you might have heard of them. The other one's the Boston Red Sox. Cuban would only be just doing that. Selig is so wrapped up in this wanting to control the prices in baseball, he's basically ruining the game. But to bring Cuban in and have him, in the second biggest media market in the country, um, that would help. I mean, that would be a boom for the city for him to own a team. Now there is one person who was suggested, and this is in faux news excuse me, Fox News. I like calling it faux because it's conservative bullshit. Anyway, Greta Van Susteren suggested that the Donald buy the team. Yes, that's right, Donald Trump. I wouldn't want this idiot anywhere near the Dodgers. Trump would, if anybody knows Trump's history as far as sports franchises are concerned, he was the owner of the New Jersey Generals in the USFL, the United States Football League. And he's basically the man who's blamed for the death of the USFL when he tried to merge it with the NFL, and he tried to bring an antitrust suit against the NFL, and they won. They only got $1 worth of damages. If anybody even suggests that Trump buy the Dodgers, they need to have their head examined, or worse, they need to be boiled in oil. So those are my opinions of who should buy the Dodgers. And I'd like to hear your opinions, whatever you think. Okay, thanks a lot. I'm out.